Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. NVIDIA's bubble and the overhyped AI theme. According to Elliott Management, Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway slashes its Apple stake by nearly 50% in Q2, and Bitcoin faces a weekly decline as Trump's victory odds diminish. The S&P 500 drops 2% for the week amid fears of a hard landing and recession, while B of A advises selling stocks at the first Fed rate cut due to rising U.S. hard landing risks. Despite Berkshire Hathaway's Q2 operating earnings jumping 15.5% Y with cash reserves hitting a record $276.9 billion, market uncertainty spikes as the VIX reaches its highest level since March 2023. Trump proposes a Fox News debate with Harris on September 4th, but Berkshire sees slowed operating earnings growth due to BNSF and energy softness along with lower investment gains. Stay tuned after this short ad break to learn more about these headlines. Hedge fund Elliott Management warns that NVIDIA is in a bubble due to overhyped artificial intelligence themes. They doubt the sustainability of high-volume purchases of NVIDIA's graphic processing units. NVIDIA shares dropped 6.67% today after a 120% year-to-date gain, with other tech stocks like Intel and Broadcom also seeing declines.
Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has reduced its stake in Apple by nearly half, from $135.4 billion to $84.2 billion, cutting shares from 789 million to about 400 million. Additionally, Berkshire sold 19.2 million shares of Bank of America recently, increasing its cash reserves to a record $276.94 billion as of June 30, 2024.
Bitcoin is set for a 7.4% weekly fall as Donald Trump's presidential prospects diminish. The cryptocurrency dropped below $66,000 amid U.S. government moves and Federal Reserve rate decisions. Despite recent declines, experts remain optimistic about Bitcoin's long-term potential, predicting a range of $60,000 to $70,000 in the near term.
The S&P 500 dropped 2.06% this week, closing at 5,346.56 points, marking a three-week losing streak. The tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite fell further into correction territory. Disappointing earnings from major tech firms and concerns over the Federal Reserve's monetary policy impacted investor sentiment. Utilities led sector gains with a 4.29% rise, while consumer discretionary and information technology sectors fell over 4%.
Bank of America advises selling equities as the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, warning of a potential sharp economic slowdown. U.S. stocks fell after July's jobs report showed slower payroll growth and manufacturing contraction. The 10-year Treasury yield dropped to its lowest in 2024 at 3.83%.
Berkshire Hathaway reported second-quarter operating earnings of $11.6 billion, up 15.5% year-over-year. Net earnings per Class A share were $21,122 and $14.08 per Class B share. Revenue reached $93.65 billion, a 1.2% increase year-over-year, with cash and short-term securities totaling $276.94 billion.
Panic hit markets Friday after a weak July jobs report raised recession fears. The S&P 500 Volatility Index surged 59.2% to its highest since March 2023. The Nasdaq Composite fell 3%, the S&P 500 dropped 2.5%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average plummeted nearly 1,000 points or 2.4%.
Former President Donald Trump proposed a debate with Vice President Kamala Harris on Fox News for September 4th in Pennsylvania. The event is unconfirmed by Harris's campaign. Trump announced this following the Democratic National Committee's ad campaign criticizing him for avoiding a debate with Harris.
Berkshire Hathaway's operating earnings grew 15.5% year-over-year to $11.60 billion in Q2, down from a 39% increase in Q1. Net earnings fell 15.5% to $30.35 billion. The company repurchased $345 million of shares, and its cash reserves hit a record $276.94 billion by June 30, 2024. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay informed, stay ahead. Join us next time for more insights and updates. Goodbye. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. It's time for us to say goodbye until we see each other again tomorrow. This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. This podcast provides information only and should not be construed as financial or business advice. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.